Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect LFC. I'm your host, Simon. We are back again with another one. So, the Alexandra Isak issue, Hugo Ekitike issue has been running now for some couple of hours. Looking at the situation, of course, it started even actually 24 hours ago when Newcastle out of nowhere they came out and they said that they want Hugo Ekitike. They want to play a double pivot, maybe like a 4-4-2, to have Hugo Ekitike and Isak in the same team and try by means to achieve whatever they want they're setting themselves to achieve. Then all we were all confused because I remember we talked about this. Where exactly are they getting the money? Because we know that last season they were a couple of hours away from being punished for the PSR. Then they found some money out of nowhere after selling two players who helped them to balance their books. I remember they were very close to selling Anthony Gordon to Liverpool last season. That tells you everything there, how it was looking like financially for them. So this season is a bit different because now this season Liverpool have been like, okay, we want to back on the slot. We want to play back our manager because of what he has achieved. We want to give him the best team possible so that he can achieve the best trophies or whatever he can go for this season as possible. They want to make sure that he has all the pieces he needs to get the right team, to make the team as strong as he can so that he can achieve what he wants to do. And of course, now Arne Slot will be coming into next season after a year of understanding how the Premier League works because there are a lot of things that he talked about that he could do differently this time after knowing what actually the Premier League offers in the first season. So, what exactly are Liverpool looking for? They're trying to build a team. They get what did they do? Send the best right back right now after Trent Alexander-Arnold and Jeremy Frimpong to replace Trent Alexander-Arnold who was late departing, as well as sign Milos Kerkez, the best left back, one of the best left back in the Premier League, to get them into the team so that he can set up whatever he wants to work on the pivot. They go forward. They say, okay, we need somebody who can help in creation. Because one thing that he also talked about was he wants more goals as well as more assists from the midfield. And he feels that right now Florian Wirtz could be the guy who comes in and we want to get him, breaking our own transfer record. And I'm like, okay, it's over. Then what did our Arsenal do? What did Liverpool do? Of course, with the said situation of losing Diogo Jota. And what did the club say they're going to do? That we mourned for a week or more, month, and we moved on in the transfer. Newcastle's movement of Ekitike triggered Liverpool to move for Isak. And what did Liverpool do? They said we are flexing our powers. Hugo Ekitike wants to come to us. We've been talking to him for some time, and Isak also wants to come to us. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make it a domino effect to you, Newcastle. You're gonna make a decision, and this is an important decision of your own time as a football club. You want to be at the safer place when it comes to the financial implementation that are coming to you when you sign these players. Let's get your biggest player in Isak. Let's get him. We get you go every ticket. We won't even get involved, even though we know the player also wants to come to us. Or we're gonna go get a ticket, then we're gonna wait for you 2 seasons or 1 season. We get Isak at the easier price. I'm just saying that. I'm not saying that's exactly what's happening. Because of course Fabrizio Ramon, David Onstein dropped this bombas. They came they were literally together, and the first one came from Fabrizio Ramon, and he said that Liverpool have approached Newcastle to tell them they are open to negotiate or to tell them they are open to negotiate for Alexander Isak. Then, of course, David Onstein said that breaking news: Liverpool have made an approach to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle United. The Merseyside club said said no formal offer has been submitted as they are aware that Newcastle stance has always been Isak is not for sale. However, they've communicated their interest to do a deal of the region around 120 million pounds. So what Liverpool are saying, they are willing to break their transfer record, which they've just said of 116. They want to go even higher than that to get Alexander Isak. That will be in the region of around 145 or 160. close to 150 million euros. That's exactly what Liverpool are working on. But the thing has to happen if Newcastle allows them. Then, on the other hand, what we've been told by Fabrizio Romano is Liverpool are working on Hugo Ekitike deal. They're talking to his camp, trying to administer the deal set up. And they've told Frankfurt, we know that that information is not revealed which club it has, but there is a club that has promised the team that they will pay exactly what they're asking for, more than what Newcastle were willing to pay. Newcastle were willing to go as far as £75 million, but now things have changed because Liverpool are working on the player and they're not afraid of paying £185 million, which is approximately 100 million euro. So this whole entire thing so exciting and it's very interesting because now it is a domino effect to Newcastle because Newcastle they are at risk of not getting the player that they want to strengthen and to set up and make a team out of. But at the same time, they have a fear of knowing that if they don't get the full maximum out of Isak, sooner or later he's going to leave the club. And whenever he leaves the club, they would have actually lost an opportunity to at least work on themselves financial side. Also on the other side, looking at the money that Liverpool are putting up there, it could force Newcastle to want to think twice before making a decision. It's going to be interesting how they do it. It's going to be interesting how they look at it in terms of how things will be set up like. But Liverpool have already shown what they're interested in. Financially, they are going to cover Isak. Isak has not said anything to Newcastle, but he has opened the doors for Liverpool to approach Newcastle. That is very clear because one thing that I know, Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes are not going to fall around and do the weird Zubamini situation we suffered last summer. They are moving very, very tactical. If there is an opportunity where the player has opened up the space for a movement, they will do that. And then this is very clear that Isak has done that. And then now we wait to see how this whole entire domino effect is going to work on. Because to tell you the truth, watching Ekitike myself from what I've studied and what I've done, I'm not afraid of. I feel like we can work with Ekitike. I feel like we can build a team with Hugo Ekitike. He is a good player, similar to Isak, almost stats wise. When you look at them, they're together. He's just underperforming his XG, something that I know if honestly get an opportunity to work with him, he can develop his game even more better. He's 22. He can be the guy who can be the next Isak in the next year or 2 years if he's actually given the right tools to build a better team alongside him. On the other side, Isak, Premier League proven, Isak has already done it. Isak is one of the best in the world. If we get it, that just elevate where we are standing as a club. It takes us from thinking of maybe we are gonna go retain the Premier League to we can actually go for a treble, even a quadruple, because of what he offers, because of how what the certain player he is as a player is. So there is an opportunity that we can build something so amazing with this team. But at the same time, there's also an opportunity where we can also create something that will be talked about for years and years to come. The problem is now the only hindrance is Newcastle. And I'm also worried, and this is very important. I've not heard so many people talking about it, which is Liverpool need to trade slightly carefully in terms of how they do this deal. The reason why I'm saying that is because let's say okay, Liverpool are comfortable, they're gonna do the deal for Isak. Let's say let's say that they're working on the Isak deal. Then Newcastle are able to convince Ekitike that this team are not really interested in you. Then we find ourselves again in that weird Moises Caicedo Lavia situation. We have seen this before. We have lost in this battle before. So it's a situation where I know you have the flexing power. I know you have the flexing muscles. You can do something, but you might also lose it all as well as a squad. Might also lose it all as a team. So they need to be careful in how they're dealing with their relationship with Hugo Ekitike on the top of Isak on the other side, because Ekitike cannot wait forever. To be honest, he said he wants to be in the Premier League next season, and the team has made it clear how much they want to receive for Hugo Ekitike. On the other side, Liverpool are looking at how they want to develop their team and whatever they're working on, and they need to have a clear plan on how to get it to that level. So it's gonna be interesting to see how things develop. But where we are at the moment. And that was the only thing that happened. Liverpool also had to, to do, they literally rejected the bid which was put on by Bayern Munich, which is what was around, was it around almost close to 60 something million. Liverpool or was it around 60 something million euro? And Liverpool are interested to something around 85 million euro for Luis Diaz. Bayern Munich, we know they need need a left winger. Looking at the fact that one of their players in Jamal Musiala might probably be out for the next months, so many months. So they need to be moving at the right point, and they know that Diaz could do that. The thing, the problem that Bayern are facing, there are Saudi clubs that are interested in this player. Al Nassr are behind the scene working and observing how the deal is working. If Bayern goes out of the deal, I'm sure for a fact Al Nassr coming out for Luis Diaz. Diaz wants to leave Liverpool. David Ornstein has confirmed that Diaz has said he wants to leave Liverpool. So now it's about to see which deal Liverpool gets, which is better. And at this moment, the way Diaz is moving, any team that comes out for him is going. So it's going to be interesting to see how this one develops. But it has to be something that you keep an eye on. It's one to watch. On the other side, that one is to Napoli seems like the deal is over. According to Fabrizio Romano, after Napoli completed a striker that they signed, they've come to Liverpool and they say that they're no longer interested in getting Darwin Nunes. But on the other side, Darwin Nunes is also in talks with um, El Hali from Saudi Arabia. El Hali, if they can reach an agreement personally with him, then they'll come to talk to Liverpool. Liverpool's stance has always been the same. They want to at least to make around 60 to 70 million euro on Darwin Nunes. So let's see how that one progresses and how that deal can be done. But one thing for a fact, there is some movement that is happening in the striker market right now at the moment. Benjamin Sesko was also being quoted by El Hale, but it doesn't look like he's interested. Let's see how things actually develop and how the negotiations actually goes on. On the other hand, Rodrigo, according to sources in Spain and elsewhere, they're saying that Liverpool are now ahead of Arsenal on the deal for Rodrigo. They're working so hard to get the player close to them, but this move can only happen when we look at what happens with Luis Diaz. If they're able to move Diaz quickly, they will work on that. I don't think it's actually the down news. I actually think it's the Luis Diaz deal that gives us the green light or a better light on how the transfers move on in that department. On the other hand, there's still the centre back situation. What I'm being told is that Liverpool might be looking at Hato as the guy who comes in as the replacement for Konza, who is left. There are some players as well. There's a key player from Panama, which we've been told of. There were recent links, I think, last week on the situation. We are not seeing how that is developing, but we know there is something that is happening on the other side. But it's something that we have to keep an eye on because it's going to get very, very tricky and very, very fast to move very, very excitingly in the coming weeks. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Where are you watching us from? What do you think will happen all these days? And tell me, do you think Liverpool land Isak or Hugo Ekitike? And if you're Hugo Ekitike, are you literally gonna just wait and just be the bridesmaid for both of this other club when the another club is actually interested in you to play as a double pivot? I don't know how the idea of what Eddie Howe is working on. There is also something that are gonna happen, so we just have to keep an eye on. Let's see how the situation goes on. Are Liverpool about to break that transfer record twice in once in summer? Hmm. So many questions. Like the video and subscribe to the comment. Please subscribe to the comment.